Hey friends, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Kim and this is Star Budgets. I'm a zero-based budgeter seeking financial freedom for myself, my husband, our children, and our grandson. And we would be honored if you would consider subscribing. Today, I have a fun video for y'all. I have a Q&A, which it's a collab video with me, Nickii Budgets, and Tanya's Budgets and Chaotic Life. I had been given an idea from a subscriber to do a collab video and a Q&A. And I figured it would be a good idea to do a collab with Tanya and Nickii, because Nickii is pretty new to budgeting and her YouTube channel. And I'm not new, but I'm not, experienced. And Tanya has been budgeting for a while and has had her channel for over a year. So I figured between the three of us answering the same questions, anybody can get an idea of starting and the process and everything like that, and all the stuff in between. So this is going to be a quick video because I've already filmed it once, and of course my phone said there's not enough storage. So this is my second time filming, and I'm going to try to be quick with it so I can make sure I have enough storage to upload it and get this out today. And I want to thank everybody who submitted questions. There were so many good ones. And I'm going to be filming a video tomorrow, picking the winners and going over a few things. And I think I'm going to answer the other questions that that were submitted in my video in the comment section. Answer those tomorrow because they were all good questions. But we got together and we all picked, agreed on these 10. So the first question is, when did you start budgeting? Why did you start? Or what made you decide to start? And that was asked by Lynette Plans, Judith Price, and Sandra. I'm 43, so I've tried budgeting many times throughout my adult life, but never been successful at it. And a video show up in my news feed or whatever it is on YouTube by Miss Tina at Budgeting Soldier Girl. And it looked interesting, and I watched it, and I was hooked ever since. I watched videos, different kind of videos, did a little bit of research for a couple of weeks before I went to my husband saying, hey, look, I found this budgeting method, savings method, and I really think it's going to work for us. And, how about we give it a try? And I said, till the end of the year, and if it doesn't work, nothing gained, nothing lost. And he agreed, and we are so glad we did it because it has worked for our family. Question number 2, what keeps budgeting fun for you? How do you avoid burnouts? And that was asked by A Little of It All, Miss Taylor. Of course, the savings challenges. To me, that makes it fun. But I guess the funnest part of all of it is is seeing the progress, seeing the amount of money in your envelopes, prop or real, counting, just the progress, seeing the progress. It makes it exciting, and the savings challenges always make it fun. There's so many different ways to save now because of them, and definitely makes it fun. And how do I avoid burnouts? I've never had a burnout yet, thank goodness. And as much as I change things around, I don't see myself having a burnout because I don't do the same thing, have the same envelopes very long. So I hope I don't ever get burnout on it, because that would suck. Question 3. Do you ever feel like just going on a shopping spree? If yes, what do you do, or how do you prevent yourself from doing it? And that was asked by Miss Cherish. Of course, I always want to go shopping. I love shopping. I never buy for myself, but now that we started budgeting, it's easier for me not to. The temptation is always there, especially online shopping. But how do I prevent myself from doing it is I always make sure that I never have the money. When I go shopping, I don't have extra cash on hand. I don't have my card available. I just never have extra funds available so the temptation, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. And that has actually worked and helped me out so much. Number 4, if you go back in time to when you first started budgeting, what would you tell yourself? And that was asked by Miss Nicole Thomas. If I could go back in time, the first thing I would tell myself is I don't need all these envelopes. When I first started budgeting and cash stuffing, I had a ridiculous amount of envelopes. I had an envelope for every single thing possible. And it got very stressful trying to budget stuffing every single envelope when I didn't need to. So I would definitely tell myself, I don't need all those envelopes. And the second one would be, and I agree with Nickii on this, and that is I need to is to focus more on an emergency fund. Definitely. Knowing now that our truck breaking down twice in 1 month at the end of November, costing us $3,600, having focused more on the emergency fund instead of so many other things, we ended up having to pull all the money from all the envelopes, which we are very grateful that we had that money to do that. But had we focused more on an emergency fund, we might not have had to do all the envelopes. So I would definitely tell myself, I don't need all these envelopes, and focus on that emergency fund. Number 5, what is an item you want or place you would like to go that you have always wanted to save for but haven't been able to save for it yet? And that was asked by And You Don't Stop 40 on Miss Tanya's channel, in Miss Tanya's video. That's easy for me. That would be our family vacation to California. I was born in California, and I've always wanted to take my family to see where I grew up and all the sightseeing in California. But ever since my dad passed, it's made me want to go there even more. Haven't been able to save for it until we started this cash envelope system, and we're actually saving for it, and I think we might be able to do it spring break of 2024. So very, very exciting. All right, question number 6. What is something you've learned from budgeting that you didn't know or realize before? How has that changed your spending habits? Curvy E Chronicles. One thing I learned was how frivolous my husband and I were with our money. I didn't know how much our bills were each month, like combined. And I did not realize how much we just blew money until we started budgeting like this and seeing where all the money went. It was unbelievable. But I'm glad we saw that, because it has helped both of our way of thinking, as far as like if we were at Walmart before and our kids wanted something, we would just say like, okay, whatever, and not even care where that money was being taken from. And now when our kids would want something, it'd be more like well, do we have that pulled? No. So we can't do it. Isn't it a necessity? No. Well, then, you'll have to wait till payday or earn your money or use your money. So it's definitely been an eye-opener, but in a very good way. Number 7, how do you market yourself to the community to shop your store? That was asked by Nickster Budgets. To me, it's always been promoting your products by sending out Happy Mail. I've always tried to send out Happy Mail with new launches. I haven't been able to here lately. But when I first opened my shop, and up until probably about a month or so ago, or a couple months ago, I was always sending out Happy Mail, just because. And that gets your products, your items, to another YouTuber who will hopefully open it in their video and show your products to people that you might not have necessarily, who might not have necessarily seen your items before. So I definitely recommend Happy Mail, sending it out to other YouTubers and promoting it by doing your own, using your own products in your videos. I don't do that. I've tried. I just always forget. But I think that too helps show your viewers, your challenges and how easy they are or how fun they are. So definitely, Happy Mail, send out Happy Mail with your products and promoting your products by using them in your videos. Sorry about that. My son called. If you work an 8 to 5, how do you manage family, work, small business in your day-to-day life? And that was asked by Element of Grace and Miss Bianca at Plan Live Budget. I do not work an 8 to 5. My Etsy is my 8 to 5, or as I say it, from the time I get up to the time I go to bed. But my Etsy does take a lot, of my time during the day. And how I balance just my Etsy and my family is I make sure I'm present for my family when they need it. I never miss any kind of school function or school activity. I do not ignore my kids. They come to ask me the silliest of question. I mean, even if I tell them, really, that was silly. You know, I acknowledge everything just to make sure they know I was listening, I'm paying attention, and that, you know, my shop is not more important than they are. If I had an 8 to 5, I do not know how I could do it. I honestly don't think I could do, you know, an 8 to 5, my Etsy, and YouTube. So I'm very thankful that I am able to stay home and do what I do. Number 9, filming setup. What do you use to film? How do you film overhead? How do you prepare to film? Do you use any software? If yes, what kind? Or what do you use to edit your videos? And that was asked by Miss Bianca at Plan Live Budget and Sticky Stitch. I have an iPhone 11, and I just use that to film. I bought an arm thing that it attaches to my desk, and then my phone goes in the top part of it, and that's how I film overhead. And I bought that off of Amazon. I don't use any software. I do use iMovie to edit, and really I don't do any fancy editing. All I do is just edit out whatever I need to edit out. You know, silent spots, messing up words, you know, kids being too loud, things like that. That's really all I do. I have no fancy setup or anything like that. And then question number 10. So Save with Tess asked this question, and she had one question for Tanya, one question for Nickii, and one question for me. And my question is, what have you learned about yourself since starting your channel? And I said this in the first video, and I'm going to start off by saying I will probably upset somebody with my answer. Sorry if I upset you, but I've always been 100% honest and transparent. The one thing I've learned about myself is I am more self-conscious than I realized. I don't know why. I don't know why. I consider myself to have pretty tough skin, but I don't know. I just, maybe the fear of the unknown, I'm not sure. But I'm getting a little better with that, so thank goodness. But also, I used to think I was missing out by not having a group of friends, a group of girlfriends, somebody that I could talk to, just because, somebody that would call me, just because I don't have that here in my real life. And I always thought I was missing out on something. I thought that, you know, it was something that I needed. And meeting all the different people in the community, through the community, talking to people outside of YouTube and Etsy, I have realized that there is a lot, even in our community, there's so much fakeness, and there's so much two-faced and just ugliness, and and unnecessary ugliness, selfishness, which, you know, being selfish in, you know, this, I don't know, line of budgeting or whatever, you know, it can be a good thing, because, you know, you do need to take care of yourself, nobody else. But the selfishness that I've seen, it's maybe more self-centered. People getting, you know, just because I don't agree with what you say, or I question something you say, that doesn't mean you have to get upset and get mad at me and talk crap because I'm, you know, questioning something that you had spoken publicly about. I think it's ridiculous. I've always helped. I've always helped anybody that has came to me for help. And I've never had a problem with that. It's just there are people out there that they will use you, and when they're done with you, they will do whatever they need to do to get rid of you. And going what I went through, you know, last month and the month before, it has reminded me why I do not have friends in real life. And has made me very thankful that I don't have friends like, especially like that in real life. Meeting Tanya, I mean, that was so, that was such a surprise. Never planned that. Never expected it, and I'm so, so thankful for it. And meeting Nickii. I've been so blessed to have met Tanya and then have met Nickii, because they are two amazing women that have been just great friends to me. And Tanya, she's literally just like me. I mean, we are so alike that it's borderline scary, but in a good way. So I'm thankful. I'm saying a million times, sorry. I'm very thankful that I have the people that I have in my life, and it has made me stop searching for something that, because there's nothing missing. And I'm so glad that I went through what I went through. It's just made me stronger, and it's just made the friendships that I do have more precious and more real. And I'm glad. I'm very glad. So those were the 10 questions. Nickii did her video yesterday, so if you haven't checked it out, I'll have her channel linked in the description box. Miss Tanya will have her video up tomorrow answering her questions. I will also have her channel in the description box. Thank you guys so much for your all the questions you submitted. That was so much fun. I'm sorry I had to rush through this, but I want to make sure that I can get this uploaded today, and I'm running out of time. Thank you, everybody, for all your support. I will be having a video up tomorrow doing my 700 subscriber giveaway, picking the winners, and going over a few more things. So don't forget to check that out. And y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.